So, the first practice in hunger awareness is focusing our attention on physical hunger and mindfully checking in on it throughout the day. Being curious about it and accepting it as it is and being with it as it is without reacting to it or trying to change it. Thinking of it as neither good nor bad. Observing how it gets weaker and stronger and how it sends different signals and does different things. At least in the beginning, while we're adjusting to it, we'll schedule regular times to check in. And some typical times are when we get up, and then mid morning, before lunch, mid afternoon, before dinner, and then later in the evening or before bedtime. And as we go through the practices of this process, we'll use charts like this to keep track of checking in. At the end of this process, we want to be able to spontaneously check in without a schedule. Let's try a guided formal practice that's based on the body scan we learned from the core mindfulness sessions.
This is a guided body scan for hunger awareness. In this session, we explore our physical hunger through a brief, focused body scan. Instead of systematically going through our entire body, we'll focus on the sensations of our abdomen and our head. We'll meet our sensations with an attitude of openness and acceptance. Some sensations may be pleasant, others unpleasant. Some may be strong and some may be neutral, or I might not even have any sensations. I acknowledge whatever arises, staying with each moment as it comes. And I might feel a desire to hold on to certain sensations and to push others away. Instead of reacting, I accept them, allowing myself to simply be with whatever is there. I find a comfortable position sitting in a chair. I let myself settle in, allowing my body to relax as much as it can. And I allow my body to be fully supported by the surfaces beneath it, the bottom of my feet, my buttocks, the bottom of my thighs, my backside. I bring my awareness to the sensation of contact between my body and these surfaces. I gently close my eyes or soften my gaze, letting go of any distractions around me. And as I continue paying attention to my body, I become aware of my breath. I notice how it moves naturally, flowing in and out without effort. And I settle my attention on my breath, sensing it in the place where I feel it most vividly, perhaps at my nostrils, my mouth, my throat, or the movement of my chest, ribs, or belly. And I allow my attention to rest gently on this natural rhythm. And now I shift my attention to my abdomen, noticing the rise and fall of my belly with each breath. I steady my attention here, fully present with the physical sensations arising in this space, awake and aware. And as I focus on my physical hunger, I can ask myself some things. How hungry am I right now? Maybe I'm not hungry at all. And if I'm not even sure what my physical hunger feels like, that's okay too. Whatever is there, I accept it. And I ask myself where I feel my hunger. Maybe it's in my stomach. And if it's not there, is it somewhere else? Is it in my head? Or it might be even somewhere else. And if my hunger is in my stomach, I notice what sensations I have there. Maybe there's some vibrating that's going on in there. Or maybe my body is doing other things that I can tell with my senses, like sounds. And I continue to observe the sensations that I have, where I feel my hunger. And with my next out breath, I move my awareness into my face and head. I sense my jaw, my chin, my lips, my mouth, my teeth, my tongue, the roof of my mouth, the floor and sides of my mouth, my cheeks, my nose and nostrils, my eyes, my eyelids, my eye sockets, my eyebrows and the space between my eyebrows, my forehead, the sides of my head, the top of my head, and the back of my head, and my ears. And do I feel any physical hunger up here? Are there any sensations that arise or anything else that comes into my awareness through my senses? Whether I like them or not, I accept them and I let myself be with them. And I take a moment to notice the weight of my head, the balance that I feel as it rests on my neck. And now I bring my awareness to the full length and breadth of my body, sitting here from the top of my head all the way down to my toes, including my arms. And again, I notice the points of contact between my body and the surface underneath me. And as I come to the end of this body scan, I take a few deeper breaths. And if my eyes are closed, I gently open them, or if my gaze has been softened, I begin to widen it. And I take in the surroundings of the room, slowly reconnecting with the present space. And then I begin to move my body in any way that feels comfortable, stretching my arms and legs and wiggling my fingers and toes. And I prepare to remain aware of the sensations in my body as I carry this presence and mindfulness into the rest of my day. And before we end this practice, we'll use the hunger awareness scale to help us be more aware of our hunger as it is now. The idea is simple. It's a scale from 1 to 10, in which 1 means not hungry at all, and 10 is the hungriest I've ever felt. And we'll be kind and curious as we choose a number. There isn't a good or bad number. And if I choose a number, I ask myself why it wasn't a number that's higher or lower. For example, if I gave it a 5, I ask myself why it wasn't a 4 or a 6. Was there a physical sensation or some sound or something that made the difference between this 5 and the 4 and a 6? And I'll also check to see if emotions or thoughts played into that number. Did I feel frustration or sadness? Or maybe I thought I didn't like it and I really wanted it to go away. If there were any of these things, I accept them as neither good nor bad, and I'll try to give a new number to my physical hunger with just the physical sensations. In the end, I might consider a 3 a mild emptiness, and a 6 some stomach growling, an 8 a little lightheadedness. It doesn't have to be these at all, but these are just examples of what somebody might think. And the most important thing is there's no right or wrong answer here, and we just want to focus on what our body is telling us without judgment. You want to be able to experience our hunger without judgment. And this is the end of the body scan for hunger awareness.
Thanks for joining me for this session of mindfulness training. And check out the other sessions as well, and also the companion resources that I've put together to help you explore and enjoy the benefits of mindfulness.